What's up, SBD Crew? It's your boy Sports by Dustin, and today I'm be going over my favorite NFL player props on PrizePicks for Week 5 that takes place on October 9th. Can't wait to get into this one. It looks like a really good slate. Some plays I definitely love. I'm going to be giving you my 3 favorite here on this video. If I like any more, I'll tweet them out. Go ahead down there at the bottom of your screen. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like. It really does help me out to push this video to more of an audience that want to see this type of content. I really would appreciate it. But let's go ahead and hop right into the video. My first play is actually going to be probably my favorite play on the slate. It's going to be in the 9:30 game in London, so make sure you're getting this one in at before the play starts at 9:30 Eastern on Sunday. It's going to be Randall Cobb over 2 receptions, right? So you get the push potential at 2, but he has gone over or pushed in 22 of his last 27 games. Aaron Rodgers was on the Pat McAfee show the other day saying that Randall Cobb needs more playing time. He's looking forward to him getting more playing time. He's made big plays when they needed them, he said. I expect him to at least have 3 receptions in this game, at least. He's the most trusted wide receiver by Aaron Rodgers, the longest tenured wide receiver by Aaron Rodgers. Now, I know he left and came back, but Aaron Rodgers trusts him the most out of anybody on this wide receiving core. And he's excited to get him more playing time. The coach is going to listen. Randall Cobb is going to be on the field more. I guarantee that right now. He's going to be on the field more. He had 4 targets last game, 3 receptions. I just think that Aaron Rodgers saying that isn't just any smoke. He knows that he needs a reliable weapon with this younger wide receiver core that he has now. He's going to be going to him a lot in this game. My next play is going to be a rushing yards play. It is going to be Rashad Penny over 55.5 rush yards. He has gone over this number in 3 of 4 games this season, coming off a game where he had 151 rushing yards. He had 66 the game before. That was the Atlanta game and the Detroit game. 2 not great defenses, especially Detroit. They are terrible all over, whether it's a rush defense or pass defense. But if you look at his last 10 games, he's gone over in 6 of the last 10. But really, if we cut it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 7. I love this spot for him. He's going up against New Orleans, who is giving up 124 yards per game rushing, which is 13th in the league, 13th most rushing yards allowed in the league per game. And then this kind of leads into my next play, right? Not to mention that, if you look here, they allowed Cordero Patterson in week 1 to go for 120 rushing yards. They allowed Leonard Fournette for 65, which would go over Rashad Penny's 55.5. They allowed Christian McCaffrey for 108, Dalvin Cook for 76. They've allowed every single starting running back, to go over this number this season. But this kind of leads me into my next play. So I think that, Rashad Penny's definitely going to get some rushing work, right? That leads me into passing yards play. Look at how high Geno Smith's pass yards is. 240.5. I'm taking the under on Geno Smith's passing yards, and let me show you why. Yeah, he went up against Atlanta, and he went up against Detroit, who are 2 teams that are not good at guarding the pass. Detroit especially is really bad, and that was like a crazy high-scoring game where Detroit actually allowed, if you look here on the right side, Detroit allowed 5 receptions of 20-plus yards in that game. The New Orleans defense is not going to allow 5 receptions of 20-plus yards. They're actually the 23rd. They're allowing the 23rd least passing yards per game so I guess the 9th least, or the 9th best team against passing yards per game, however I could say that, if I can get it out. And they're only allowing a 58% completion percentage, which is, like top 5 in the league. So, and if you look here too, Geno Smith had 70 and 71 offensive snaps in those games. He's only averaging about 56. So if you give him another, almost 15, chances at it, yeah, he's definitely going to have a better chance to go over. I think they jacked his his prop up way too high after these 2 games against terrible defense. You've seen what he did against Denver. You've seen what he did against San Francisco. I expect it to be more like this against New Orleans, which his last time out versus New Orleans, he had 167 pass yards. So these are 3 of my favorite plays on the slate. Like I said, I will go ahead and tweet out any other ones that I really like as the slate comes up. But looking forward to Sunday, NFL Week 5. Just to recap, Randall Cobb over 2 receptions, Rashad Penny over 55.5 rush yards, Geno Smith under 240 passing yards. But that is it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like this video if you're still here. Subscribe while you can. Have a great one. Have fun watching NFL Sunday.